Hi there, how are you today, my love? My name is Melih. I'm a magician of my life, and welcome to Daily Dose of Magic, if you will. If you find the magic in daily life, because everything is magic. You might think like poof, you teleport, which you can teleport. You might think like telepathy, telekinesis, all these psychic abilities is the magic, but everything is the magic itself. Our existence is meant to be in connection with the earth, being recharged by the earth, pull energies from every source, but we mainly receive energies from each other. Because why? We are animals. We don't even know. You think yourself, oh, we are quality person, we live in this modern world. All that bullshit. You are an animal. Your ancestors were Homo erectus, which they didn't even know there was fire exist. As they find out there is like fire, they turned into, as they start cooking their food, especially meat, they transform into Homo sapiens, which we are still Homo sapiens. Doesn't matter how luxury things you do, how luxury places you go, you stay, you spend. You are an animal with spirit, avatar with spirit, and you connect with other spirits, which are other people, but they are not the only thing that you can connect. As we stuck in this ego self, as we can perceive, as we are humans, we are like ascended already, like top of the other animals. We are inside the pyramid of all the animals, all the plants, everything exists on earth. And the main source of energy we receive from the sun, at the night from the moon, all of the planets, all the dimensions. But when you stuck in 3D level of consciousness, which you have this ego self, you have this addictions, you have this desires, although you might think that's hobby, that's what you like, that's how you enjoy the life, that can be where the thing what holds you stuck in the 3D level of consciousness, as you all the time, every day, you that thing. You have this day. This is all magical thing is over here, day by day. But tomorrow you have another magical day. This magic can be in the dark or light, depends on the energies you work with, and you will be receiving back that energy. You created all the energies. But when you stuck in 3D level of consciousness, your mind always in connection with others. But whatever you hold in your mind, where your soul connects, and you have these relationships, like some have these families, like your parents, your brothers, siblings. There is like all the time you connecting and thinking of them. Scientifically, your brain has neural pathways, which is a thought form, as you all the time think that your partner going to cheat you one day. You creating that experience too, but as you hold that thought form, that neural pathway for quite some time, you've been thinking like that for quite some time, and that's your brain created neural pathway inside. Although you may leave them out of your life, whoever comes, whatever situation comes, that dynamic of that energy will be cheating you, will be there, because you created that neural pathway that's in your brain. That's how your brain works anymore. You meant to be reprogramming yourself simultaneously all the time, every time I interact with someone, I see my reflection. What that reflection of me, what triggers in my mind, like what thoughts I have after that interaction, what feelings I have with them and else with myself too, with other beings, every energy too. And I pull back my energy, I do the work, and I go back again and again how I feel. There's still some things to do, and that macro management, you cannot control everything in your life. Like there is free will and there is destined path. You shape your destined path with your free will if you are conscious, if you get the awareness, or your soul, no matter what you done, will be pulling into your destiny. But doesn't mean everything in your soul contract, which is the karmic lessons you meant to learn in the life, it doesn't mean it's all gonna be learned in this lifetime, but it all came from the past lives you have, and all these lessons has actually connection to your birth family, and as you learn them, they become your soul's mission, that your destiny can be shaped into pure and beautiful best shape that you can experience the life while growing and ascending with your soul. That's when I say you will be living good life. What you can imagine will depend on the person, because the perception and perspective of yours, but you don't even know that's been programmed, and you weren't wholly conscious when you were being programmed, but you meant to reprogram yourself all the time, every time, all the time. See yourself when sometimes you can't change yourself fully at once, but you take one step into the transformation. Maybe the step you take right now is the step you meant to take, but a couple years from now, that step will be transformed into another form, then another form, then another form. You constantly becoming. At the same time, you remembering too. You remembering things, and you meant to alchemize that things into who you are and keep becoming. And will you ever become? I don't think so. I don't believe I will ever stop learning. Which you can, but you're gonna put yourself in an ego box that you know this thing, that thing, that thing, and beside that you don't care anything else. And even in the things you think you know, there is more details, depths into that thing that you can learn. Then they become your mission that you meant to share, teach for the others. But in the teaching, you can still be in the box. You think you learned, you have this box. The box is already closed. You are in the box. You can only see the box inside of the box. You can't even see what the box looks like from the outside, because of your in your ego. You can teach people without doing nothing. Just you be yourself. That's gonna trigger enough and inspire enough for the people. And the feelings you gave to them, the thoughts that triggers down to their shadow, which as you can perceive, as you can feel, there are some things for you too. There has been this journey I've been for some time. I would call the manifest 2023. I thought, I was awakened, that's it. Then boom, 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 start hitting the lessons, and bunch of things that I thought I was already learned. As I was keep changing, as I learn, well, I get tough experiences in the life. Life life becomes so magical if you know who you are and your purpose. Life can become no meaningless. There is no meaning at all in the life because you meant to die without dying. You meant to experience ego death, and it takes whatever it takes. And I'll tell you, I seen the depth in the life, the depth, and I will never go back down that position, that location. But I was meant to see that, and I said like, oh, what can happen worse than this? That's it already. That's it already. I was ready to leave this life, but then I knew like I'm gonna start all over, and I'm not gonna even remember all of this. You got the mission over here, my love. You gotta do it. You gonna do it anyways. You gonna do it anyways. Whether from 5 days from now to 5 years from now to 5 lifetimes from now, you're gonna make it somewhere in between. And the moment you made it, everything is already here. So how deep you can take everything. That's it, my heart. That's it. I see my transformation. I will never say it is the end, but I'm so happy about it. And as I stare at myself in the mirror, from the thoughts I have to the appearance I look like, the way I think, the way I love first myself, then I can expand outwards. I love being myself, my heart. Thank you for being part of this magic. Take care, your beautiful soul out there. I'm kissing you.